Every bottle begins right here, where the fruit is harvested at peak freshness under the open sun. Before the factory ever starts moving, the work begins here on the orchard floor.
All right, Maria, another season begins. Looks like a strong yield this year.
Yes, the trees are heavy. We expect to be busy for weeks.
The upper branches look heavy today.
We'll start there then.
Good oil starts with careful picking because timing matters from the very first touch.
How many bins left on this row?
2 more. Keep going.
Handled with care in the orchard, the fruit stays ready for the high-value process ahead.
This is where the real work begins. It takes precision and rhythm to bring in a crop of this size, and as you can see,
The best fruit is selected early, long before it reaches the stainless steel of the factory line.
I got this side. Okay, move over to the next row when you're done.
Once the orchard bins are full, the supply chain starts moving fast toward processing.
Heads up, coming through.
all right, move back.
From the orchard rows to the loading lane, every step is built to keep the fruit moving fresh.
Watch the weight on this side.
Okay, making room now.
Got another full one coming in. Once the bins are cleared for transport, the orchard hands off to the logistics team.
In just minutes, the harvest shifts from hand-picked fruit to full-scale transport, bound for processing. Now the journey moves beyond the orchard, carrying fresh fruit toward the machinery that will turn it into oil.
Ahead is the turning point, where fresh-picked avocados meet the precision of factory processing.
From the orchard, the harvest arrives at the industrial heart of the journey. This facility processes over 1,000 tons of avocados daily.
From this point forward, the harvest enters a tightly controlled industrial process.
Everything matches the manifest here.
Confirmed. Bin tags scanned. Send them to lane 2.
This is the handoff moment, when harvested fruit officially enters the factory system.
This is where harvested fruit finally leaves the bins and enters the factory line.
Here, the fruit begins its steady climb towards the cleaning and sorting stages, all under strict control.
Once on the belt, the fruit moves through a tightly controlled sequence designed for cleanliness and consistency. Powerful wash systems strip away field residue while keeping the fruit moving smoothly toward the next stage.
Even on an automated line, trained eyes still play a critical role in protecting quality.
By this stage, the line is carrying cleaner, more uniform fruit toward the machinery that prepares it for extraction.
What started in the orchard is now moving through a fully engineered network built for continuous industrial flow.
This engineered cascade ensures a steady flow to the lower belts without compromising the fruit's integrity.
Ahead is the breakthrough stage, where whole avocados begin the transformation into extractable pulp. Here the fruit is opened and separated fast, turning fresh avocados into the raw pulp that makes oil extraction possible. As the pulp moves on toward extraction, the pits are split away into their own controlled waste stream.
How's the separation looking at this throughput?
Optimal, the pits are completely clear.
At this point, the avocado flesh is concentrated into a rich pulp, ready for the next mechanical breakdown. Grinding turns the separated pulp into a smoother mash that can be conditioned for efficient oil extraction. Inside the tanks, the mash is gently conditioned to prepare the oil-bearing material for separation. At this stage, texture matters, because the way the mash behaves will affect how efficiently the oil can be separated.
This is the heart of our operation. The avocado mash moves sequentially through these tanks.
In these tanks, slow conditioning helps prepare the avocado paste for the oil to separate cleanly.
As you can see, the process here is highly disciplined. These tanks ensure the paste reaches the perfect.
From tank to tank, the paste is moved under controlled conditions until it is ready for extraction.
Conditioned and ready, the avocado paste is now on its way to the machines that will separate the oil.
From here, the conditioned paste moves directly into the extraction systems, where oil, water, and solids begin to split apart.
This is the extraction hall, where conditioned avocado paste is separated into oil, water, and residual solids. Across this hall, a coordinated bank of separators turns conditioned avocado paste into distinct output streams.
At this point, the liquid is still a mixed emulsion, and the final clarity comes in the polishing steps that follow.
We have an anomaly on the pressure readout here.
Yeah, I see that. The sight glass looks clear, but the tone is a little rough.
What remains here is the heavier residue left behind after the valuable oil-bearing liquid has been pulled away. With each refining pass, the oil becomes cleaner, brighter, and closer to its final premium form.
After clarification, the oil enters this state for transfer phase.
At this stage, the oil shows the smooth clarity that premium processing is built to achieve. Before storage, the oil passes through final finishing steps that help preserve clarity and consistency. After refinement, the oil moves into bulk storage, where its quality is protected before final approval and packaging.
Here, the finished oil level begins to rise, confirming the transfer into clean storage is underway.
The transfer is currently stable at 500 liters per hour.
And that goes directly to the testing vats.
Yes, those large vessels on the far side.
In the final transfer loop, Precision Hardware helps keep the oil clean, stable, and ready for approval.
From here, the oil enters final quality control before the bottling line turns it into a retail-ready product.
In the lab, the oil's color and clarity help confirm the success of every step before it.
Every approved batch passes through documented checks before it can move on to packaging.
By integrating the lab directly within the facility, we maintain a seamless journey from pressing to packaging.
Approved and verified, the oil is now ready to leave the lab and head for bottling.
Before filling begins, every bottle is aligned and prepared to meet strict packaging standards. Now the finished oil meets its final container, measured and filled with precise consistency.
Once filled, the bottles move straight into sealing, where product integrity is locked in for distribution.
With the bottles sealed, the final packaging line turns finished oil into a shelf-ready product. At the labeling station, every bottle gets the final identity that turns factory output into a finished retail product.
Quality control is paramount, which is why we have a final human inspection right up to the very last bottle before they're grouped for shipping.
Even at the last moment, any bottle that falls short is pulled before it reaches the pack-out stage. By the end of the line, each pack carries the full journey from orchard harvest to finished premium oil.
Once boxed, the finished oil leaves the packaging line and enters the shipping stream. Wrapped and stabilized, the finished load is now ready for warehouse staging and outbound delivery.
This is the culmination of the entire process, a remarkable display of industrial scale and efficiency.
From the dispatch floor, the finished oil moves toward the loading dock and the next step in its journey beyond the plant.
This is the final step in the journey, the critical handoff point where our premium avocado oil is ready to be shipped out to the world.
At the dock, the finished oil is loaded for the journey from factory production to real-world distribution. With the trailer sealed, the factory's work is done, and the product is ready to move out.
From orchard harvest to outbound shipment, the entire journey comes together here in one integrated production system.
What began as fresh fruit in the orchard now stands here as a finished premium avocado oil.
From fresh avocados to finished oil, the full story comes back to the fruit at the center of it all.
Behind every bottle is a full chain of harvest, science, engineering, and care. In the end, every finished bottle still leads back to the orchard, where the journey first began.
From orchard to industry and back again, this is the complete journey of avocado oil.